despite being banned in China, are US tech companies like Google and Twitter supporting China? And exactly why are all these companies banned in China in the first place? With recent instances like deactivation of Amul's Twitter account and deletion of negative reviews of TikTok and removal of application called Remove China apps, if you are wondering the same thing, then this video is for you. Before answering this question, let's try to understand the background of internet in China. The internet in China arrived in 1994, but in 1997, government issued comprehensive regulations governing its use. If you open the window, both fresh air and flies will be blown in. This very saying was the political and ideological basis of internet censorship in China, which later came to be known as the Great Firewall of China. Yes, you might have guessed it right. The term was the mixture of firewall and the Great Wall of China. Unlike other nations, China's view on internet is that internet inside the country should be governed by the country. But why is it so? Well, the most important reason behind the internet censorship in China is social control, and to create an environment where people have same values and same opinion. As internet is a means for freedom of speech, so spreading of ideas against the current rule could lead to protests against the government. It is mainly used by the Chinese government to perform brainwashing and develop a skewed thinking in the population by censoring ideas that are not in line with the ruling party, Communist Party of China. Therefore, the Great Firewall is a political tool to use Chinese citizens to promote Chinese Communist Party ideas such as Taiwan, Hong Kong and Tibet are part of China. 1989 Tiananmen Square protest, also known as June 4th incident, should not be considered very important. Hong Kong protests are supposedly organized by foreign entities, and democracy is not the best system for governing a country. All the anti-CCP groups are outlawed. The firewall not only tries to promote the above ideas but also block the access to websites that oppose them. However, another important aspect of Great Firewall, apart from social control, is that it also acts as a form of trade protectionism. China prefers the use of local companies that are regulated by Chinese regulations since they have more power over them. It has allowed China to grow its own internet giants such as Tencent, Alibaba and Weibo. China has its own version of many foreign web properties, for example, Tencent Video for YouTube, Sina Weibo for Twitter, Qzone for Facebook, WeChat for WhatsApp and Zhihu for Quora. With nearly 1/4 of global internet population, that is 700 million users, the internet behind the Great Firewall can be considered a parallel universe to the internet that exists outside. However, there have been many arguments against the Great Firewall, like it discourages innovation and communication of important ideas. Also, it defeats the purpose of internet creation. If countries start blocking globalized online companies, then the free global exchange of information would cease to exist. To understand the depth of this firewall by Chinese government, let's see some major US tech companies that are blocked behind the China's Great Firewall. First is Facebook, which includes Instagram, WhatsApp and Messenger. Google, which includes YouTube, Gmail, Google Play, Google Maps, Google Drive, Hangouts and Blogger. Twitter, Snapchat, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, Slack, Twitch, which is an Amazon subsidiary, Discord, Dropbox, Quora, Wikipedia, Medium, Vimeo, Flickr, SoundCloud, DuckDuckGo, and Dailymotion are some of these tech companies that are banned in China. This ban prevents these companies from reaching countries over 700 million internet users. But does it mean that China does not factor into the equation of these companies? To answer it, let's see some recent instances from Twitter and Google. First is when Amul posted a tweet, "Exit the Dragon," supporting Atmanirbhar Bharat and boycott of Chinese goods, Amul's official account was temporarily deactivated from Twitter. Google deleted more than 90 lakhs of negative reviews of TikTok from Play Store that let the Chinese app regain its rating from 1.2 to 4.4. You might have recently heard of an app named Remove China Apps, which was developed by Jaipur-based One Touch App Labs and was gaining support from people across India to help remove Chinese apps from their smartphones. But Google suspended this app from Play Store, stating that it violated Google's policy, and also removed the Mitro app, which was beginning to compete with the Chinese TikTok. But the real question is, are these companies supporting China despite the ban? Let's look at below 4 points to understand it. Ad revenue. According to Ad Age, Facebook saw an estimated $5 billion in ad revenue from Chinese-based companies in 2018, making China the company's second largest ad market. Also, as we know that for Google, advertising is a core part of its revenue. But because services are blocked in China, so Google focuses on Chinese businesses looking to advertise abroad. Controversy and business. Google still has some businesses in China despite the ban, ranging from hardware manufacturing to cloud. Last year, billionaire investor Peter Thiel had accused Google of working with the Chinese military and had asked for investigation by the US government. Though Google had denied these allegations, but the controversy still remains on what Google is doing in China. Projects with China. In 2018, Google was working on a censored search engine project for Chinese users called Project Dragonfly. Though the project was reportedly cancelled in December after outrage from Google employees and human rights groups, but some activists are not fully convinced that Google has officially scrapped the plans. Also, one of the Thiel's accusations was that Chinese spies have infiltrated Google's artificial intelligence projects, but he did not provide an evidence. Though Google has AI projects in China and also opened up an AI research center in China in 2017. Google sells a number of hardware products including smartphones, smart speakers and thermostats under the Nest brand that it owns. Some of that is manufactured in China. Google Play Store is blocked in China, but Google is trying to work with the app developers in China to help them bring their products onto the Play Store in international markets. Market size attraction and future opportunity. It is not hard to understand why tech giants' corporate bosses have been wistful about the Chinese market. According to 2017 report by BCG, with more than 700 million users, which is nearly as many as the next two big markets, India and US combined, and close to $100 billion in revenue, China has become the world's largest internet market by several measures. And with Chinese population going digital, the future upside seems nearly boundless. For example, despite the ban, Twitter still has estimated 1 crore active users in China who are using VPNs to circumvent the ban. As we have seen earlier, right behind the US tech giants Google, Amazon, Facebook, 5 of the world's 10 largest internet companies are Chinese, including Tencent, Alibaba and Baidu. For a leading global player to be shut out of an increasingly critical and dynamic Chinese market could pose a long-term risk for the Google's business. Given those metrics, it is no surprise that Google's and most tech giants' management has continued to explore ways to re-enter China. But does it answer the support by tech companies to China by deactivating a brand's account or removing some reviews or an app? Or is it that we only see one side of the coin? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, do like and share this video with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting and informative videos. See you in next video. Till then, happy exploring.